Season 3, Episode 33 of One Man's Opinion. Today I am reviewing Connecticut Repertory Theater's production of the North American audience premiere of 100 Words for Snow by Tatty, Hennessy, directed by Brendon Fox, and running through October 15th at the Nafe Catter Theater in Storrs, Connecticut. If you enjoy my reviews, or even if you don't, and want to support my channel, I encourage you to come and visit my Patreon page where you can, for as little as $1 a month, help finance my ventures across Connecticut and New York to bring you these reviews. Now, if you're wondering by what I meant by this being 100 Words for Snow's North American audience premiere, this is the first production with a live audience, as there has been a previous production that was streamed in North America, but without an audience. It was the pandemic, and that's how things were going at the time. A one-woman show, 100 Words for Snow, is about Rory, here played by Guarino, a British teen whose father has just died in a car accident. Rory and her father were both very close, and as he was an avid explorer and encouraged Rory to discover the world for herself by taking trips with her and arranging little expeditions for her in a nearby forest. When going through his things, she discovers that he had planned a trip for them to go to the North Pole, which, due to his untimely death, never happened. Rory, in an impulsive display of grief, runs away from home to fulfill her father's wishes of going to the North Pole, taking his ashes with her. She explains that there are 5 different North Poles, eventually settling on visiting the geographic North Pole. The play follows Rory's episodic adventures as she is completely ill-equipped for such an adventure, but her dogged determination pushes her forward. Though titled 100 Words for Snow, there's not an Inuit to be found in the play. Rory mentions the fallacy of the statement that there's 100 words for snow in the Inuit language, and I suppose there is some form of metaphor for the misrepresentation of fact here, but it isn't all that clear. Regardless of Hennessy's intent for the title, 100 Words for Snow is a mostly engaging coming-of-age story about a young lady who is grieving for her father in a rather impetuous way. Rory is a richly fleshed-out character with intelligence and passion, and through the narrative we see her suffer through the 5 stages of grief in her journey. What's particularly delightful is Hennessy's use of humor to flesh out the textured nuances of death and grief. It's little things like Rory stealing from her mother's credit card or trying to hide from a school group so as not to be mistaken as a child who has wandered off from them that give what could be a rather morose piece much more color and layering. At nearly 2 hours without an intermission, it does run a bit long and could use a bit of trimming down. Probably the most reasonable trimming would be Rory's encounter with several Norwegian teens, one of whom she loses her virginity to after taking a side quest with them to a party. It's not that I oppose to telling this part of the story, or that it is too risque or anything of that nature, though it is definitely the most graphic bit of the play, as she explicitly details her first time having sex. Rory being impulsive and wanting to experience sex for the first time is a completely logical act in this part of the story, but it isn't the main drive of the story, which is supposed to be her trek to the North Pole. This segment runs way too long, trimming about 5 to 10 minutes from that sequence and about 5 minutes from other segments would really streamline the story and help with the pacing. Guarino is delightful. She has an indelible charm that is captivating and sweet. Her performance under Fox's direction makes us want to, even in her compulsiveness, hope for her success. But of course, it's not about the destination, it's about what she learns about herself along the journey, and that is what's beautiful about 100 Words for Snow. Grief is real and sometimes makes us do things we probably shouldn't do, like running away to the North Pole. In the case of Rory, we experience the broad spectrum of life that helps her evolve closer to womanhood in beautiful, sometimes sad, sometimes funny, but always in an honest way. But I am only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you'd like to see 100 Words for Snow, I'll leave a link in the description. Again, please feel welcome to support my channel by becoming a patron on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the description to that as well. You can also support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and click the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be the off-Broadway production of Infinite's Life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.